We're the Pettis family.
Here's a fun one, ready?
We have a 6-year-old daughter, Celeste, a 4-year-old Ket, and a 2-year-old Hudson.
We are avid users of technology. I mean, both of us have worked in tech. Our extended families, we're oftentimes using text message and social media to stay in touch. So, we recognize there's absolutely a benefit and a need to use technology.
I think the way that we think about that is how can we empower them to then make good decisions? It's because they're growing kids and we're trying to help them to navigate that.
Let's get some wood. Here, take this one inside.
My name is Mara Yount. It's my husband, Jake Yount. We have 4 boys. Michael is 8, William is 5, Luke is 3, and Thomas is 1.5. 4 boys is a lot of energy, a lot of movement all the time. They really thrive on routine and knowing what's next.
There needs to be a structure, but you have to be willing to let it bend a little bit.
We have plenty of days where no one does any screen time, and then there's days where we have to loosen the time limits and just kind of use it as a tool from our parenting toolbox. We usually want to start the day with, weather permitting, going outside and running around and having some sort of activity to do outside of the house or friends to play with.
Whoa. Our general rule of thumb is just really trying to limit the screen time by giving them alternatives that are fun, enjoyable, and allows them to get their bodies moving.
Okay, ready?
Michael is our oldest. He's such a good big brother. He's wonderful. He likes his routine and he likes to use lists, and star charts have been very effective strategies. We need to do our homework, our reading time, and we can do our piano practice. We'll remind him you do need to fit the responsibilities into your day.
You help me clean up the backyard for 10 minutes, then we can play a lot of video games today because it's Sunday. But you gotta help me clean up the yard first. Is that a yes? Yes or no?
Yes, but I'm going outside.
Okay, we'll head on out. There's a few things over here. Can you go grab those? Thank you, Will. Be 2 steps closer to video games. For me, as I've gotten older, I actually enjoy playing with them.
Getting to see their excitement and experience it with them is such a special, fun thing to do together.
I think it's not about the amount of time that you spend on the screen. It's, are you sitting and blindly watching something? Or are you engaging with it and learning something?
We're gonna look at images to find an obstacle course that we can build ours off of, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ooh, do you wanna do this one?
Okay, teamwork, 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 teamwork.
So I think there's a spectrum in terms of how you look at the quality of the screen time.
There's so many great ways that we do use technology, and those moments include learning great dances and performances, playing fun math games.
This is the math game. You can choose which one we do. Okay?
Having video calls with grandma and learning Chinese on it. 你好,奶奶你好. It's good.
All right, time's up. Lunchtime. Lunchtime.
I hate lunch.
The transitions are not always smooth. No matter how much you warn them and it's time to turn it off, people are gonna be upset, but how upset they're gonna be kind of just varies day to day depending on what's going on. It's all about just kind of getting their brain to turn over to something new.
We've got a few minutes left, which is probably one game. Timers are usually our most effective transition strategy. It feels less to them like someone's just coming over to ruin the fun and more like, it's off, it's over, we're moving on.
It's important to have a tool belt with different tools you can take out, and when challenges happen, You apply different tools, different solutions, and see what sticks. Another one we like to use is just finding the natural cutoff points in certain shows or games.
We're gonna do 1 more minute. This is the last one. Thank you, Ken.
Sometimes they have big feelings, and we try to guide them so that they can calm down a bit. One thing that we try to do a lot is just giving them the option to make the right decision. So if they're having a big emotional breakdown, number one, addressing, acknowledging that it's okay to have those emotions, but do you want to do this or this? And they're both fun alternatives. In those moments, they can at least feel like they're making the decision for themselves.
We know that it's difficult for them, and we know it's difficult for us as adults.
There have been numerous times
So-
where I'm on my news app right before bedtime, and one of our kids would be like, "You need to put your phone away. It's bedtime prep." I'm like, it's important to have your own personal balance, and you're taking good care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. For me, it's fitness. I really enjoy being active, and I oftentimes will grab one of the kids, put him in a running stroller.
I think especially as a parent, I think I always think about what do the kids need, but also then to be able to just have some time, I think, to fill my own cup away from everyone else, to, I think, center myself. I think it helps to make you a better person to be able to be there for your kids.
Screens are a part of life now, whether we like it or not.
They're gonna to have some literacy with it. Just being able to do it as responsibly and with as much intentionality is probably the best you can do.
Just keep figuring it out as we go.
There's all these decisions that as parents we really need to navigate, and it's hard to make those decisions, but it's about what's right for your family. At the end of the day, nothing will ever be perfect, but practicing so that they can understand home is a safe place. We're just learning through this together.